Our next speaker flew in from Chicago, top 10 CNN hero 2011. She's helping teens avoid gang violence. Please welcome Diane Latiker.
Hello, everyone. Let me first say thank you to Darius. Right after the CNN Heroes, right after the announcement, well, after the show, Darius contacted me and he said, I really like what you're doing. Would you consider being on Bonfire Heights? And I was so embarrassed. I was like, what is Bonfire Heights? What is that? I've never heard of that. And he sent me some information, and I instantly fell in love with the idea. Wow. I've never been in anything like this, and I'm not ashamed to say that because it makes me feel so different from the environment that I come from. So you got to understand what I'm talking about. When they say the mean streets of Chicago, they really mean it. There are some streets there that are mean. And coming out here shows me that there is truly other places that can soothe your soul and make you feel good about yourself. I would love to bring about 100 young people here from those neighborhoods to see that there are other things in the world that's very important, like the trees. Really. Well, anyway, my story, because I'm getting all emotional about those trees out there. But anyway, so my name is Diane Latiker. I'm the mother of 8. I have four boys and 4 girls, 39 to 22 years old. I have 13 grandchildren. I heard somebody going, wow, wow. Well, my youngest was at home in July of 2003. Her name is Aisha. She was 13 years old. She was the last one at home, and she had 9 friends. And her friends every summer would run up and down the street like kids do, tear up our flowers that me and my mom plant, the grass, the fences, everything, and we would just do it again next year. Well, this year, my mom saw how I was taking Aisha and her friends skating, to the movies. Whatever I could find, I would take them to keep them off the street. My mom said, Diane, why don't you do something with those kids? They like and respect you. If you know me and my mom, I do not say up front that I don't want to do something. I keep it to myself. And inside my head, I was going, no, I don't want to do that, because I thought Aisha would be 18 in 5 years. She would be off to college, and I would be free. It did not happen like that. I prayed to God. I honestly did for 3 days. And I said, Lord, I don't want to do this, but my mom says I should do it. And on July 15th, one of the hottest days of the year, I walked outside with Aisha and her friends. And I said, Aisha, can you please tell your friends to come to me for 1 minute? And I said, what do you all want to do with your lives? They were 13 to 15 years old. They started jumping up and down saying they wanted to be doctors and lawyers, singers, rappers, basketball players. I was hooked. Right then and there, I was hooked. I did not know anything about what I was going to do with those kids. I knew how to do my own, but I didn't know how to do other people's. I said, if I invite you out to my living room, would you come? They came. I knew nothing about an EIN number, an organization, a program, nothing. I promise you. So here's what I did. I started writing little corny raps on Friday night, and I invited their parents over to listen to them. They were corny, but they were positive. The parents were so proud of those kids. And the kids were so proud of themselves. So I had just got into something I knew nothing about. All I knew is that my heart beat fast. I loved it. I wanted to do more. And then I started getting to the lives of the young people who were coming to my house, and realized that the boys were being chased by gangs. The girls were being chased by boys to have sex. And it was way out of hand. And some of them had parents and some didn't. And some were getting ready to drop out of school. Some couldn't read and write. It was just a lot of issues they had. Well, I'm just a mom. I didn't know how to deal with all of that, so I decided to do what I could. I made one rule I shouldn't have did, but I asked my husband, could I sell the family TV to get computers for the kids because they were so far behind in school. Well, he didn't answer me. He just went to work. So the next day, I got up and I sold the TV, and I bought some computers and stuff for the kids. And I was on the divorce list for about a month because he was very upset with me. But I don't know, it was a passion. It was something in me that I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to help these kids. I looked up and there were 15 kids. Now, mind you, I knew the first 9 and my daughter, but I didn't know these new kids that were coming into our apartment. There were 15. Then I looked up and there were 20. And then there were almost 30. And I had to move to my dining room. And these were kids in gangs, and they were dropout kids, and they were homeless kids, and they were coming into my house. And then I looked up and there were 30-something. And then there were 40, and then there were 50, and then there were 60. And then I opened up my bedroom, which was a little small bedroom, and I got some little donated used equipment for music so they could do music. And then there was 70. And then there was 75. And then my husband said, Diane, if you go to one more room, I promise you we're divorcing and that's it. I need my kitchen, my bedroom, and my bathroom. So I stopped. Well, I made him think I stopped. I kind of actually took over one part of the kitchen, but that's when he was at work. But anyway, I was engulfed. I was done. It was the passion that I had wanted all my life. I wanted to do something that I loved more than I loved myself, than I loved life. And when I started getting into those kids' lives, it just consumed me. It still consumes me, and it's almost 10 years later. It consumes me with a little boy named Maurice. Well, he was a little boy. He was 13 years old when he came and knocked on my door, and he said, Miss Diane, I need help. This is just how he talked to. Miss Diane, I need help. I want to change my life. I said, Maurice, you're 13 years old. What are you trying to change? He said, Miss Diane, I steal. I hit people. I jump on people. He said, I rob people. He said, my own mother. He said, I do bad in school. He said, I'm leading a little gang. He said, and I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Now, mind you, he's just going to 8th grade. He said, I know it's wrong. So I took him into my house. I got him a mentor, a young man who I was scared when I first met him, that I knew would change him around. And he did. Maurice is now 16 years old. Maurice graduated from 8th grade that next year. He was a mentor to the 3rd grade classes. His grades went from D's to B's and A minuses. He's now doing his passion, which is football. He loves, eat, sleep, drink football, which is the key to all young people to me, is to find out their passion and what they love to do. Because once you do that, you got to roll it into, it's kind of a hook, like, you kind of, when you find out they love something, then you can get the rest involved, with them going on. You kind of sneakily do it, you know what I mean? So anyway, Maurice is just fabulous now. He and I were just on the Ricky Lake show last month to tell his story, how he changed from what he was doing to how he is now. And that's what I live for. That's what I breathe for. That's what I love to do. I wouldn't do anything else with my life. I quit my job. I was a licensed cosmetologist, meaning I was a hairstylist. I did that. I hated it. I did it because of my mom. Like I said, when my mom suggests something, I just keep it to myself. Because I love my mom. She's my mentor. She's always believed in everything that I wanted to do in life. So I did it for 9 years, and then God gave me KLB, which is Kids Off the Block. And I just love it. And I was talking to, thank you, Nicole and Lenny. They have done, since I've been here, they've been just beautiful in my life. They took me to see all the sites. I forget the name of the jail. Alcatraz. They took me to see it. San Francisco. Huh?
We didn't take you to Alcatraz.
I mean, well, I got to see it. Yeah, it did kind of sound like that, didn't it? But anyway, thank you guys for everything. But I've been a CNN hero, which was so awesome. By the way, on CNN, I'm just going to tell you this a little bit more. They did not tell me who was going to represent me when to come out and represent, to give me my award. And I tried to sneak around and ask everybody, but they just wouldn't tell me. And when Ice Cube walked out on that stage, I knew right away, and my heart just overtook itself. That was the most awesome feeling. I was invited to Dubai. I was invited by the Princess Excellency. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I was invited to a private dinner with the Prince. Wow. I got to meet the president of Chechnya. I got to meet Castro's son, to talk to him about stuff when I was a little girl that I didn't understand. Now I do understand a lot. I've got to do, this past August, I'm sorry, I was in Louisiana. You have to excuse me. I got a lot in this brain up here. We were just talking about the brain. My brain is overflooded. I just have to tell you guys. Honestly, I go to bed at 3 and 4 in the morning. I get up at 6:30 and 7. I don't know what's going on with me. But I'm always excited about something. But anyway, I was in Louisiana in August, and I was invited there, and I spoke at the Superdome. I spoke to 35,000 students from across the country. Now I know Dubai and CNN was great, but that was an awesome feeling. To see young people who actually believed in themselves so much that they came to New Orleans to help put that city back together. That was just awesome. So those are the kind of things that I do, that I love, that Nicole asked me not too long ago, am I scared about what I do? I am. I really am. I've been up in front of some tough guys. My van has been shot up. They threw bottles and bricks on the porch at me and my mom because the gang leaders didn't like it that the boys were leaving the gangs because we were there. We've been threatened. But I am scared. But I tell her I'm more scared not to do anything in my community. I've got to do something. I cannot sit in my house and wait on it to come to me. I cannot sit in my house while young people kill each other constantly every day. I cannot sit in my house and not open my mouth. I just can't do it. So I do what I can. I do what I can. I do what I can. It's not easy. I battle the politicians, because I just don't think it's enough priority. And I'm sorry, and I don't mean this in any other way, but if any other race of kids were killing themselves and dying like I was, I believe it would just be more, be more said, more done. I just believe that in my heart. So I've been to the mayor's office, I've been to the governor's office, I've been to state representatives, senators, you name it, I've been there. And the priority is just not there. So here I am, this 55-year-old grandmother who you might see on the news in coming weeks, because I'll be standing in front of the mayor's office with my own little flag and my own little sign saying, when will they become the priority? So if you see me, maybe you'll send $5 to get me out or something. but I'm at that point. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of meeting. I want something done about a generation that's killing itself. And I had to remember at the workshop today that I'm only one person. But I remember, too, that there are a lot like me who want to see this world change and want to see things better. And that's why we're here. And that's why we're at CNN and all these other places. Because we are good people. We do want to see the world change. We do want to make it good for everybody. And that's what keeps me going, because I keep meeting people like you who encourage me. I'm not out here by myself. There are a lot of you. And I thank you. I thank you for inviting me here. I thank you for giving me a chance to speak. And tonight I'm going to eat some s'mores. What am I eating? More, what is it? S'mores. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.